Hello Markham Gardens family, Daniel Markham here with the Markham Gardens. Guys, I'm sorry it's been a little bit since I've posted on here. I have been so busy. This is the busy time of the year, so taking care of the Markham Gardens as well as taking care of several clients' gardens here in the area has just kept me blowing and going. But I wanted to get on here real quick and show you guys kind of a follow-up video for our pruning series. So you guys know that have been watching, I did 3 different videos where I pruned several different types of fruit trees, from plums and apricots to pears and apples and peaches, and we did a whole bunch of stuff. I just wanted to show you guys a follow-up of how the trees are doing at this point. Now, I did get a lot of feedback on a lot of these trees, and I had a whole lot of people go, oh my gosh, you ruined your fruit trees. Oh my gosh, you cut off all the fruit spurs. Oh my gosh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. Which, guys, I appreciate the comments. Even if they're negative comments, they will bring attention to the Markham Gardens, and I can address some of those things now in this video. So basically what happened is I had a bunch of people posting on that, you cut off all of your fruit spurs. Yes, in fact, I did cut off most of the fruit spurs because we've got young trees. We don't want to be producing fruit right now. I want to focus on growth right now. And so next year, we'll probably let some of these trees go ahead and begin producing some. But this year, I really wanted them to focus on growth and building the structure. And I know I talked about that a little bit in the videos, but I think some may have missed to that point. So anyway, guys, I wanted to show you guys just an update of some of these fruit trees that we've got out here in our backyard orchard and just how exactly they're doing. So as you will see, there will be a lot of new growth on a lot of these. Let me go ahead and flip you guys. Let me quit jacking around with you. I'll just flip you around and let you see what's happened here. So this right here is our Santa Rosa plum, guys. You can see I cut them back to about right here on this limb. And you can see already we've got massive amounts of growth. But what I need to show you guys is the structure. Look at the structure of this thing. So we've got our wine glass structure started. It's doing really, really well. You can see that I've got a whole bunch of growth here in the center of this tree. So I'm gonna let this happen over this spring season. I'm gonna let it go ahead and grow all in there, and then this next season, we're gonna clear it all back out in the center area and just leave the growth on these outer edges to keep this wine glass structure going that you can see here. So this is the Santa Rosa plum. You can see our other plum tree. Now I cut this one back major. This is one of the ones that somebody had posted on there and said, oh my gosh, you ruined that fruit tree. But guys, look at the structure that we have started building on this plum tree. You can see it has leafed out. It looks like it wasn't even harmed, like it didn't even have anything cut off of it, other than the fact that it now has really good structure to it. And you can see we're actively growing. I mean, we're taking off. But let me show you here. One of them I had to cut back really heavy is the Fuyu persimmon. This one is Miss Markham's favorite. She likes to eat them when they're crunchy and sweet. So this one here we had to cut back severely. And it just had really, really bad structure. And so we're trying to correct that structure. And so you can see this one is coming back as well. Now, we did get a surprise frost. So we had a frost that came in after everything had started growing. This thing was more leafed out than it is right now. We had a surprise frost come in, knocked everything off. You can see here we've still got some tips on here that suffered from that frost. But you can see this tree said, you know what? Okay, we'll start all over again and we'll do it again. So doing absolutely amazing. Now, this here is the Chickasaw or the native plum. This one's doing amazing as well. This one will have no issues, guys. You want a plum that's a no-brainer, that grows and has no issues whatsoever cutting on it. This is definitely the one. It does get fruit, but the fruit's not going to be as big, but it definitely will be plentiful. So let me go ahead and move over here. We'll move over here to our apricot, guys. This is one of our apricot trees. This one I trimmed back pretty profusely as well. And you can see the structure that we've got here, this wine glass structure, looking beautiful, growing out really, really well. This one here, the Hiachi persimmon, doing really, really well, also putting out a lot of new growth. Now, you'll always have losses in your garden, and last year I noticed that one of our apricot trees, the early golden apricot, was showing some signs of either disease or something was going on with it. I knew something wasn't right. We had a lot of really good growth on it, and then all of a sudden a lot of the limbs started turning black. I started to get some debarking on the bottom, and I believe that we ended up getting some sort of a disease in the tree. In fact, it's to the point that the rootstock hasn't even begun to start growing up. So there's definitely something going on with the tree. But I just want to show you guys, not everything is perfect at the Markham Gardens. So we got this beautiful structure on this tree that should have popped back, just like that one. And instead, we have got bare, guys. It is absolutely bare. And I will tell you, I've already checked. There's no green in any of these stems. I can tell just by touching them, there's no life in the stem at all. But we've also got no growth from our rootstock either. I mean, there's nothing coming up from the base. You would think that at least the rootstock would start growing something and I'd be able to graft onto that. But we're getting absolutely nothing. So something has happened with this tree. I will end up digging this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and check our soil. I'm gonna dig down a little ways, see what's going on with the soil. See if we've got an issue under here that I don't know about. I do know that the previous owner dug this entire area up at one time, put in a septic system. I also know he burned a lot of trash out here. There's all sorts of things that he did on the property that as a gardener I wouldn't have done. And so I'm going to dig down in here and see if I can find what is underneath to see if there's something. Now, when I planted it, I didn't see anything down there, but there is a chance that deeper, as this root began to establish its root structure, that it tapped into something that was bad for the tree as well. So I do have a replacement apricot that I want to put in this location, but I don't want to put it in this location until I've dug down here and I figured out what's going on with either the soil or to see if there's some sort of a disease that went on with this tree. I don't know, but I do have a replacement for this one. Instead of doing the early golden, I think we're going to go ahead and put in a Moore Park apricot in here and see how that does. So let me move on to the peaches, guys. So this is the Sam Houston peach. These are coming on a little bit slower, but they're definitely putting on a lot of growth in here. And even though I cut back most of the fruiting spurs that were on it, guys, I'm still getting peaches. So it's still trying to put on some peaches. So I'm probably going to pop those off. I probably will not let it produce. But you can see we've definitely got a lot of good growth on here. You can see our newest variety of peach that we put in over here. This one is putting on a lot of good growth as well. It's starting to take off. Really looking forward to this one as well. Let me show you the really bad structured one. So this one was the Florida King, and this one has, you can see it's still struggling with its structure. It's really leaning off this direction, and so I wanted to correct this a little bit. And so you can see here we've got a limb that is coming off here to the side, and I am really this year going to promote this limb to continue pushing outward to go ahead and correct this structure of this tree. But you can see we've got a lot of good growth on it, guys, and some of you that watched the video, you saw it, we cut it back hard. Guys, we cut this tree back really hard. We cut off all the growth. I mean, we were standing probably, I'd say maybe 10, 12 foot high. And cut it back really, really hard, took off the whole center out of it. And you can see, guys, it's flourishing. So it's doing really well, putting on a lot of good growth. Let me show you the other peach tree we've got over here. This is the Redskin peach. And guys, again, a lot of good growth. We're really putting on a lot of good growth. Again, I tried to remove most of the fruiting spur type stuff from it, but as you can see here, we're still going to try to put on some peaches here. So anyway, it's going to happen anyway, but you can see over here we've got our apple trees. Now, apple trees take a little bit longer to wake up, guys, but here's our cinnamon spice apple. This one is popping out growth at the top of them, doing really well. We're definitely going to get some good growth out of that one this year. The pear trees starting to wake up. It's starting to shoot for the sky again. We'll definitely have to spread those branches out a little bit, see if we can get a little better structure out of this one. You can see our crabapple. Guys, crabapple is going to grow anywhere. You don't even have to worry about it. I cut that one hard, and it's like 3 times the growth of all the other stuff, so from the size it was. Now this pear tree here, look at all the growth on it. So fast. I mean, it really shoots off with growth. In fact, it's building up so much weight that the other branch that's supposed to fill out our perfect little wine glass here, you can see has built so much weight on, it's sagged down to its side. It's okay though, guys, because I've got this branch here that is taking off, that is going to go ahead and correct that and head up. So no problems there. I'm going to let the tree do what it's going to do, and we'll correct it later. But you can see here we've got the Einsheimer apple just starting to wake up, and not only is it waking up, but it's also got some flowers on it, and it is attracting our little pests that we've got here that are eating on it. So I am going to knock him off of here. I'm not going to kill him, but I'm definitely going to knock him off of here. Don't be eating my apples. So anyway, that one's coming back too. We've got our mulberry tree waking up. Absolutely amazing. I'm loving it, guys. But anyway, you guys can see here the orchard. I mean, if you guys saw the video, you saw I cut this stuff back hard. Really hard. And for a lot of people, they were shocked. They were like, oh my gosh, man, I can't believe you did that. But so many people are afraid to cut on their fruit trees, and they think it's going to kill your fruit trees, guys. It's not. It's just going to rejuvenate them, and they're going to come back even harder, and they'll have better structure. I want to show you guys the bananas. And so I had done a video on these bananas. In one of the videos I had showed you guys how to trim them off you know, when winter kills them back. So winter knocks all the leaves out, kills all the top half of them. I came back in, cut them off about 1 foot off the ground. You can see out of the center. So in that video, there was a little tiny peg that was growing out. And now look at it. That little peg has started growing that banana out again. So when this happens, this banana tree right here, because it had all of last year's growth, and now it's growing out of the center for this year, is going to be that much closer this season to producing bananas for us than any of these other new ones that are popping out. But you can see we've got a couple of the little pups that are popping off of here. We've got another one back there that's coming out. So we're going to have a lot of growth there. You can see that this one over here, same thing. I had one here that I cut back, and it's popping up out of the center of that I cut off. We did have the 2 largest ones, that one and that one, did not make it. They definitely gave up after I chopped them off. They just got too much damage. But you can see this one here that I chopped off, regrowing, guys. You can see, regrowing. So we're gonna be that much closer to getting bananas this season as long as we don't get winter early. There's a good chance we'll get bananas off of these. We've even got a few here on this clump that are growing. We've got one popping out there. We've got one popping out here and here. You know, the weeds, guys, I don't really worry about that with bananas. I just keep mulching this area. I just keep throwing mulch in here on this area. And the bananas, once they get thick enough, none of this stuff is going to grow in here anyway. The bananas will take over this area. But even our little dwarf one, we've got another pup coming up right here for us. So all the bananas survived yet another year. And but anyway, guys, I wanted just an update of what's going on with the garden after we did all that heavy pruning. You know, there were so many people worried about it, and I thought, man, just wait. You know, I'll show you guys. I'll show you when it starts growing back. Don't worry. You know, I've done this before, and I've got experience in what these trees are going to do. Basically, how vigorous they will grow back for you after you trim them up, you prune them. And guys, it's just like us, you know, hardships on us. You know, we go into the gym and we work out, you know, we rip our muscles. We tear our muscles down so that we can build our muscles up stronger. And it's the same thing with a lot of life. You know, our trees have the same thing. When you cut a lot of it off, it reappropriates that energy for all new growth. And I'm just aiming that growth in the right direction. And so, guys, don't be afraid to prune your trees. It's good for them, and it will not hurt them, guys. Now, I'm not saying go in and cut, you know, I'm not saying go into this tree and cut it off here at the ground. Now, although it may shoot right back and do really, really well, I wouldn't necessarily do that, guys. It's all about building that structure that you want for that tree so that they grow good fruit and so that they have longevity for you. But anyway, guys, beautiful time of year. We've got stuff blooming out everywhere, natives that are flowering up everywhere. We've got our cherry bush over here. We've got several cherry trees out in the greenhouse that are going to get planted this year. We're going to end up filling in this area back here with some cherry trees. But oh my gosh, guys, look at the elephant garlic. I mean, it is just taken off this year. We ate a whole bunch of radishes out of our bed, and now we've got radishes that are going to flower. So we'll be collecting seeds off of these fairly soon. We've also been picking out carrots, guys. So we planted a whole bunch of carrots on this side, and I've collected a whole bunch of carrots. We've eaten a whole bunch of carrots. In fact, we're kind of at the end of it, but I'll just pull one here. It's not going to be very big, guys. They're all pretty small, but let me just pull one up so you guys can see. Yeah, see, that's just a tiny little baby. You definitely want to get it a lot bigger than that, but yeah. We've got a whole bunch of carrots that came up this year. I picked most of the big ones out of here, but just wanted to show you. We do have some carrots in this area. Sorry I hadn't posted a video in a while, and I didn't want you guys to feel neglected. We will be posting a lot more videos coming up here in the future. We've got some irrigation systems that we're putting in for other clients. I plan to do a couple videos on that as well, just to give you an idea, if you're wanting to put in an irrigation system, how to go about doing that effectively. You know, and that way, some of you may think that's pretty daunting. I don't know if I want to put in an irrigation system, but it's really not that bad, guys. And I'll walk you guys step by step through the process of how to go about doing that on your own properties so that you can do it yourself. It's totally doable. But anyway, let me show you guys before I sign off real quick. I want to show you our Japanese maples. So I planted 3 of them here in the yard. Those of you that know about Japanese maples, they're super slow growing, guys, but I love them. I absolutely love them. And I've planted 3 of them. They were in, I want to say they were in 1-gallon pots, guys, #1 pots. And they've put on a lot of growth over these last couple seasons. Actually, just 1 season. They grew off last year, and then now this season they've woke up. Let me show you. So this is one of our Japanese maples that we've got. I'm really not sure what it's called. It's got kind of that blood good color to it. But this one's doing really, really well. We've got one over here that's even brighter red. Definitely a little bit slower growing. But we've got one here that has woke up. And then we've got one over here that's sort of a green, red, rust kind of color, and this one's doing really well also. But love those Japanese maples. If you guys are here in the Southeast Texas area, just know you can grow Japanese maples. And if you have never been to SFA Gardens and seen the massive Japanese maples that they have growing down there, you are missing out. It is absolutely gorgeous, guys. But anyway, thank you guys for following along today. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you maybe it changed your mind, and now you'll be okay, you know, trimming your fruit trees. Seeing somebody else go through the stress of it all and seeing that it worked out okay. But anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel at the Markham Gardens, if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you'll go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you'll know anytime that we post new videos, even if it does take me a couple weeks to get one out. But anyway, if you guys liked the video, if you'd go ahead and hit that like button, guys. If you didn't like the video, please hit the like button and go ahead and comment down below what we could do better, or if there's something else that you'd like to see, or if there's another way I can describe things or what I can show on here so that you would like the video, I'd really, really appreciate it, guys. If you know anybody that needs to see this or would benefit from this, if you got family members, friends, if you would go ahead and hit that share button below, and I'd really appreciate that as well, and get the information out there about the Markham Gardens. But anyway, thank you guys for following along with me today. I really appreciate you being here and for watching the video and sticking with me this long. Anyway, love you guys. Talk to you later. Shalom under the dome.